Happy Sunday! Happy Sunday, everybody! I hope you're having a great end to your weekend. Oh man. End to the weekend. Cursed Mondays. Hope you guys are having a nice day. How's it hanging? Wait, I'm trying to do something real quick. Where's the button? Where's the button I'm looking for? Oh, here it is. There you go. Had to get our mood lighting on. Hey guys, how's it going? Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Guys, having a nice day? Oh my god, I am so pooped from yesterday. When it's like just spending all day out in the sun, it really does suck the energy out of you. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm from Osiris. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to such sunny weather. Sunny, hot, intense weather. It was very intense hot yesterday. How are you guys doing? Having a nice day? Been watching streams and resting today. That's exactly what Sundays are for, aren't they? It's a resting day. I feel like today will be really casual chatting. I didn't really have like anything big to talk about. Not like last time. I feel like last time I was like, oh, I got a whole list of things. I have like some things, but I feel like we did yap a lot on I feel like all weekend. Even though Friday's stream was cut short. I feel like we did get a chance to yap for most of the weekend. I hope the audio is okay. I did give it a couple of tests. The first time I heard like a static, but I don't know like what triggers it. I tried a couple of other times and I didn't hear anything. I don't really know. I feel like it happened when I said a word. But yeah. I tried to replicate the scenario, it didn't happen. So if you hear it, I don't know. Maybe we could track some kind of pattern together. Seems good for now. Okay. All right. Fingers crossed it stays good. I have no idea what causes it. Only one crackle. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. I'll be the third Rice Krispie treat guy. Snap and Pop are my brothers. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. I know, better than a PC crash. I feel like I might have just had too many things running, and then turning my mic on and off again kind of like just overloaded everything. That's just, at least that's what it feels like to me. It was quite a bit. Hey, you know what else I should get running? I hope it doesn't make the PC crash. Nah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Let's get the stream avatars in. I'll go ahead and get that started. For now, no glitches. Yay! Yay! Sunflower, welcome in. Sunflower Amy, how are we doing? We're doing great. Hope you're doing great as well. If everybody would like to mark yourself present for today's stream, our yapping stream, I would love to see some, I don't know. How about we get a, I really don't know. How about an emoji that is, how your weekend was? What did you do this weekend? How about that? Is that okay? I'm gonna think of one. Ooh, you want to see something cool? What's not cool is the wait time. I need to reorganize my buttons, but I can get a little close. How's this? How is this? Let me get this out of here. To be really close. This is kind of cozy. I kind of like this. I might use this one instead. I want the mic here though. I'll keep it here. Whatever. I'll keep it here. Oh no, very slight audio crackles. Well, hey, maybe you guys can... Oh my gosh, they're so really loud. Did you hear that? That motorcycle outside? Maybe if there's like a certain thing that triggers it, can I rely on you guys to help me track the pattern? I guess I'll have to watch back too. So maybe I shouldn't yap for too long, which is good. I like I said, I really don't have a lot to talk about. I was like, you know what? I'll just wing it today. Welcome, Dennis. Hello. A bowl of rice. Your weekend was a bowl of rice? Let me guess. It was very fresh, steamy, and delicious. Sounds like a a review for 2 Girls 1 Cup. Ew. Ada, welcome in. A kiwi, that's nice. Nice and juicy indeed. If I were to do mine would just be the sun. Maybe the sun's smiling at me because he's laughing. It was really hot yesterday, and then today I went to go pick up some pizza for dinner. It was hot, but it wasn't as bad. Crackle and very. Oh, because I think when I heard the crackle during my audio test, I think I said something with an H. Shh, or something like that. Could that be it? I wonder. Wonder if that could be it. Maybe it's the kind of sound that I make. I don't know what I've done differently. I haven't changed too many things. Not quite sure what it could be. Wait, oh, I forgot that I said I was gonna start up this. I was like, what is this application I have open? You guys should be appearing any moment now. Boop, boop, boop. Crackle seems to happen on R and Y sounds, like very and yay. Yes. I'll try and sneak some in. Maybe we'll have a productive yapping sesh. A yapping sesh / audio check. I'm gonna get the mic out the way too. Get it out the way. Get the mic out. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Something might be getting old. It might be my PC, to be honest. There's another thing that happened yesterday. I think because I can monitor the background music, which is what I've been doing, because, you know, it makes it easier for me to know if I am still playing it or not. I feel like I often forget that I'm playing it. But it would stop and then sometimes it will start again, like it lost the output or something. I don't know, something like that. I'll figure it out. We'll just return back to this VOD. Oh man, have you guys? You know what I was doing earlier? I was watching the Xbox is a showcase. Xbox gaming showcase. I was watching that, even though I don't have Xbox. My dad keeps telling me that I should get the Game Pass, but I don't know if I want to pay for another subscription. But I mean, I was watching it and I was really surprised by how many of the games are going to be released on day one. I mean, on one hand, it does really make the subscription worth it, and I was definitely considering getting a subscription. But then I was also like, how are the developers going to make money if all of these games are going to be available on Game Pass day one? Maybe, am I misunderstanding what Game Pass is? What I was really excited for, I didn't grow up playing Xbox at all. I think the only time I played Xbox was the 360, and I remember being like mind blown by the fact that it had a wireless controller. I was still playing PS2, and I was like, whoa, like, how does this work? How are we doing this? And but yeah, so I don't really have like a lot of attachment to the things that they were showing today, but I did get really excited for Crazy Taxi. I was like, no way. At first I was like, what game is this? It kind of looked like Fortnite, and then you hear yeah. I was like, no way, Crazy Taxi. I remember they teased it earlier, like, was it like a couple weeks ago? They had like a picture on Twitter. Kind of forgot about it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm totally gonna get Crazy Taxi. There are a lot of cool games coming out. Welcome in, Gonji. There are a lot of cool games coming out this year. I mean not, I guess not this year, but I guess coming out soon. A lot of them are either coming out like what, October, September, and then just like straight up in 2027. Me and my roommate, we were like joking around. We're like, oh, take a shot every time it says release day 1 on Game Pass. Take a shot every time it's not an exclusive. Or take a shot every time it's gonna be released in 2027. You'll be dead by the end. Like for Persona, you know, I've never played a Persona game before. I don't know. I guess maybe it was just never something. I usually play games that were passed down to me from my dad, so it was definitely not up his alley. So it was like the first time that I saw gameplay of it. What kind of game is it? It kind of seems like you're just like doing an RPG, like an anime. It seems like you're playing an anime. I thought that was really cool. It was the Persona 4 revival. I know it's really popular, and I know I've seen the art style. Wait, are they the same people who did Catherine? I never played Catherine either, but I remember I was like really into the marketing when it was coming out, and I watched like the whole movie, quote unquote, on YouTube back in the day. I think their art style is very like, it's very iconic if it is the same people. I love the way that they draw the eyes. Wait, we get to be Whoopi Goldberg? Wait, what? The Sister Act? 360? Or no, it'll be the Sister Act 1. Some of them later this year in early 2027, except Persona 6 will probably be 2030. I remember like watching like for the other like game showcases things, people were talking about like being really excited for Persona 6. I don't really follow the series at all, so I don't know when Persona 5 or like when the last one was released. I just know everybody was excited for news about Persona 6. I thought 2030 is crazy. by like everybody's hype, I would have expected it to be like, I don't know, next year. I was really surprised that it was just a teaser. I was like, oh wait, there's not gonna be more, because I know everybody was like talking about anticipating it. So I thought, I really thought that, oh, maybe I'll get to see like what Persona 6 is about. It seems really scary. I don't know, like I don't know anything about it. So I think the Persona 4 revival trailer was like the most I've ever seen from it. And so I saw the Atlas logo come up, and I was like, oh, maybe this is the Persona 6 that the comments were talking about, because I was watching the VOD. And I don't know, I was kind of like, my confidence in my guess was shaking. I was like, wait, this seems kind of scary. Is this like a horror? Do you want to know when Crackle? I don't know if this info will help you at the moment. What if we do an emoji when there's a crackle? So that way, when I go back and review the VOD, it will be like easy for me to go back and see it if we put an emoji in. I'm thinking like the boom emoji, because that's like red and orange, and I kind of like, it sounds, I don't know. I feel like it'll catch my eye, and it feels relevant to a cackle. Cackle? No. How does a witch cackle? A crackle. Let's get a boom emoji when there's a crackle, and that will help me when I go back and watch the VOD. It's a turn-based RPG mixed with a dating sim / high school sim. Oh yeah, because I remember people talking about you could like go to school, like a class or something like that. There was a lot of like school things I remember when I was looking at the trailer. School meets RPG meets Ace Attorney. I don't know anything about Ace Attorney either, besides objection. What do you walk around in Ace Attorney? I think the only game that I've played that's similar to that is how do you pronounce it? Gaia? The one with who's that girl with the red hair? Edna or something? And it was like where you're like the penguin and you have to go back in time. I think it's like a spin-off game from the main series. So I'm playing it. I'm just like, well, the art's really cute and the lore is like kind of interesting, but I have no idea what's going on. I think my dad just bought it for me because it had anime characters on there. Wait. Queen Latifah is in Crazy Taxi. I don't know any about the celebrity cameos in Crazy Taxi. Queen Latifah? Wait, let's see. Queen Latifah. No, I don't know. Crazy Taxi. I see Queen Latifah crazy hair. Oh, there's a movie called Taxi. 2004 film starring Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon Prime, actually. He's mogging. He kind of looks like Justin Long. Wait, here, let me show you guys. Oh, it's on Amazon. The Amazon here. Wait, let me show you guys real quick. Let me like this one. Oh. Wait, let me just move this to the front. Doy. There we go. Look at Jimmy Fallon's eyebrow. Wait, look at his eyebrows. Oh my gosh. Jimmy Fallon. You look like somebody's mom. He's got the same eyebrows as Queen Latifah. Wow, look at the look at the arch on those things. Amazing. Take a ride on the wild side. I've never heard of this movie before. Has anybody seen this? $9.99 on DVD. What is this about? New York's fastest cabbie whose driving expertise... Well, okay, this is all caps, so maybe oh, you guys can't see it all. It's okay, I'll read it. New York's fastest cabbie whose driving expertise, not to mention her loaded to the max vehicle, comes in handy when a fumbling young undercover cop must crack a bank robbery plot hatched by a gang of sexy supermodels. Okay.
Everybody, Derek here from musical Journeys Through Cinema. Today I have with me the movie Taxi on DVD starring Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon. Here's the front cover art. Here's the spine. Here's the back. You can pause to read it. Allow special features.
Oh yes, I would like to pause to read it actually. Sassy hip-hop star Queen Latifah brings hilarious attitude to this hard-driving, high-octane comedy. Latifah plays Belle, New York's finest cabbie, whose driving expertise, not to mention her loaded to the max vehicle, comes in handy when an overeager young undercover cop, Jimmy Fallon, must crack a bank robbery plot hatched by a gang of sexy supermodels. Don't miss this tire-squealing, stop-on-a-dime comedy with a top-flight cast of stars, including Anne Margaret, supermodel Giselle Bundchen, and NYPD Blues' Henry Simmons. Sounds fun. Tell me more. Musical journeys through cinema.
Special features included. Rated PG-13 and unrated.
Unrated.
Inside, you have the DVD right here. It plays great. No scratches. Good condition. And the case is in pretty good condition as well. Taxi on DVD.
Thank you. That's you could do the commercials for it. That was really nice. Quite like that. Thank you, sir. Nay, hello. Hello. Welcome. I know he does look really young. You know, I can't lie. Sometimes I do get caught up in those like they're not really edits, but I guess maybe some of the edits where Jimmy Fallon's young and like all the people are like, oh my god, Jimmy Fallon was hot. I mean, I don't know. I think his eyebrows are a little bit too defined here for me, but there's some clips that immediately come to mind that I'm thinking about. The case is in really good condition for real, right? And the disc, no scratches. Amazing. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, these booms are so good. They really do catch my eye. Thank you. I'll look back on it later. Oh, there's supposed to be a Crazy Taxi movie. Oh, I didn't know that. I feel like it might be hard to make a movie out of it. If they do make a movie, it'd be like those dumb, I don't know, dumb movies. Because it's like there's not really much of a plot to it. It's an arcade game. It might be like, did the Street Fighter movie come out yet? I feel like there's like a whole bunch of marketing for it, like when it was first announced, and then I didn't hear much about it after. Street Fighter movie. Oh, comes out in October. Okay. Good. Because they're gonna have to do a lot of marketing for it. It's definitely not what people are thinking about. I feel like there was just a lot of talk when they announced the cast. But I think that's good. That's like good pre-hype. And the cast is kind of like, it's very random too. Definitely gets people talking. I think it'll be, I wonder if it'll be like a fun dumb movie or if it's gonna be like an eye-rolling dumb movie. But yeah, Mortal Kombat does have movies out too, don't they? You know what I was sad about? The Tekken movie. I remember they made one like, it was like 10 or so years ago, right? And then I was so excited to see it because it was just like, I'm not good at Tekken. I'm not like a diehard Tekken, maybe, I don't know, diehard Tekken fan, but I grew up with the franchise and I really hold the characters near and dear to my heart. Even if I don't play the recent ones, I do like to watch the trailers and see who's still around and like follow their storylines loosely. But I remember, I don't know. I just remember seeing clips of the Tekken movie and then thinking like, oh, I don't know, maybe this isn't for me. Does anybody see it? Was it like a dumb fun one? To me, maybe it's because it looked like it took itself a little bit seriously. The Street Fighter one looks like they don't at all, which is kind of why I'm pretty, I don't know if excited is the word to say, but like if I have time and it's like a 50% off movie day, then yeah, I'll be like, you know what? Let me go see the new Street Fighter movie. I think I'm particularly interested in seeing like how the casting choices pan out because it's such a random assortment of people. Like, what do you mean Noah Centineo is in this movie? And that one guy with the podcast, and who else is in it? Street Fighter movie. Jason Momoa. Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, the pro wrestler. 50 Cent. Yeah, what the hell? Eric Andre. Kyle Mooney is in here too. and what's his name? The guy who played the Spot, the polka dot guy. David, how do you say his last name? I'm just gonna call him Dalmatian. David Desmalshin. Is that how you say it? Desmalshin? Plays Bison. I've only played Street Fighter 4, 5. And I mean, I didn't get like super into it, but I did like do the campaign a little bit for like maybe like 1 or 2 of the characters. It was fun. And I got to know the characters a little bit. I mostly played the Street Fighter. They have like a Bejeweled one, right? I think that was free on like the PS4. Mortal Kombat had 2 movies in the 90s and 2 recent ones. Oh yeah. I didn't know about the 90s one, but I was thinking about the recent ones too. I don't know, I kind of remember. Because wasn't there talk when they were doing the Mortal Kombat, like the, I guess, revival of the movies, that people were like, oh, it's gonna suck, like they already tried this. I don't know. Boomi a pro Tekken player. I wish. I learned like maybe like 3 combos and then I'll button mash, and you know, I'm like half computing what's going on. I kind of like have a vague idea of what each button does, and then I'll like, you know, use a directional pad. But I really don't know what's going on. It's like mostly luck. What's my favorite Tekken character? Let's see. When I was younger, like Tekken 2 and 3, I think I've played Xiaoyu. Yeah, Ling Xiaoyu. 2, 3, and then for 4, maybe 4 and wait. Let me look. Maybe Tekken 4 was also Xiaoyu. I did like Xiaoyu and Panda. And then I also really liked watching the storylines for King. As a kid, I was just like, oh, are we gonna find out like what's under King's mask? So I always tuned in for his like story. But I always played Xiaoyu, or I played Asuka. I think Tekken 5 I started playing no. Tekken 5? Maybe, yeah, Tekken 5 I was playing Asuka, and then when Tekken 6 came out I was playing Lily, and then in Tekken 7 I was playing Asuka and Lily. I didn't play Tekken 8. And then I think Tekken 2 and 3 was always Ling Xiaoyu. I had a Tekken stream. Did I? Oh yeah, I did earlier this year. The old Tekken. I was thinking new Tekken. I did. I played Tekken 2 and 3 on stream. Back in February. It was a lot of fun. It was super nostalgic, because those are the games that I used to play a lot, like when I was like young. It was like, I would say Tekken 2 was probably one of my first games. It's funny, I didn't know this was a stereotype, but apparently, wait, let me look it up. I saw something where somebody was like, if they played Tekken, if they were like a Tekken family, they were a black household. And I was like, you know what? I think that's true. I don't really hear too much about... Wait, let's see. I don't know if this is like a true stereotype, because I'm not like super into like fighting games, but... Because when I talk to other people about fighting games, they don't know about Tekken. But like amongst like my, you know, my dad and like my cousins... Okay, wait, I just found this. Let's see the oh right here. We go like this. we go. Wait, let me just fix this. Whatever. Whatever. You know what? Get this out of here. Let's see. This is from 3 years ago in r/Tekken. It has 3K upvote, so I guess maybe it is. Maybe it is a Black family thing. I don't know. I didn't know it was a thing. But I was just kind of like, oh, you guys have never heard of Tekken. But like everybody, like all my cousins and stuff, like we all played Tekken growing up. At least on my dad's side. Let's see. This is from South Park where, you know, it was like Token. He was like, I don't know how to play bass, I think. As a Black dude, this is so true. I remember the whole city would play Tekken 3 at house parties. Old people playing and everything. Yeah. That's how my dad introduced it to us. He would play against us. It seems like a lot of people. Lots of top North American FGC players I see are Black. And when I stayed in the US, I frequented arcades in New York City and LA. All my opponents were Black, and I remember the dudes in New York City were super kind. Tekken is just huge in Black communities. I wonder why. That's really funny. Because I was just thinking, like, I wonder why it's not as popular. All my friends were either playing like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Asuka's a good pick. She's really fun. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna play the girls. My dad always played Hwarang, and my brother would always play Yoshimitsu. My mom would always play Julia. But when I was playing, because I picked it back up again in like high school when I was really bored, I think over the summer, I was playing Lily, but then I was just like, you know, let me try the other characters. So I gave Nina a shot a lot. I really liked playing Nina. Who else? I did try Yoshimitsu. I did play a lot of Panda too growing up, but just I think it's because Panda is like slow and cute, and I wanted Panda's bracelets really bad. And then you can do the bear hug. The bear hug is always really fun. I know a little bit about Tekken, but only because of a little game cafe in town. Oh, that's cool. So they have like Tekken themed stuff, or like a lot of people are like playing Tekken over there. I feel like I always want to go to the arcade and find Tekken games. I think I've only seen Tekken at the arcade once, like at Round 1 or at like Dave & Buster's. It's always like old school Street Fighter, which makes sense. I feel like Street Fighter is kind of like the, what is it? I guess default fighting game. But it's like, please, please, please have Tekken. So that way you can feel what it's like, you know, playing it with the arcade stick. Gives it a different experience. Well, actually, when I do play Tekken, that's how I hold the controller. Because it's hard for me to hit combos otherwise. I know I can like assign the buttons to do like combo, but that's, I don't know, I just never do that. I just kind of use the joystick. I put it on the table, and then I use it really weird. Not gonna lie, actually, like when we're playing Red Dead or like when I'm playing GTA, I do one hand the controller sometimes because it makes it easier to steer and like move the camera around. I noticed that, and I was like, wait, this is kind of weird. They have a lot of old school games. Oh, it's kind of like an arcade. That's so cool. I'm jealous. I'm jealous you get Tekken stuff over there. I never see Tekken anything. I forget their names, but I always wanted to be good with the... Oh, wait, how do you even say it? Capoeira? Capoeira? I know exactly who you're talking about. Eddie Gordo. Oh, Eddie Gordo and Christy Montiero. Here we go. As a kid, seeing Christy is kind of crazy. Everything is jiggling and jingling. And I'm just like, wow, am I gonna look like that? Am I gonna have a figure like that when I'm grown? No, it never happened. I've never quite blossomed. Here we go. I like those characters, but I hate fighting against them because I'm so distracted by how they move. Them, and then in Tekken 6, gosh, what's her name? I always just call her Selena Gomez. Tekken 6. Did her name start with an A? If I look up Selena Gomez, I wonder if she's gonna come up. I don't even think she looks that much like Selena Gomez, to be honest. No, okay, it's just me that's like making this making this up. Maybe my brother called her that. I think it's just because she had like a small head. What was her name? Zafina was her name. She doesn't I don't even know why we called her Selena Gomez. I think it's just like her head and like she has black hair. I don't know. Maybe Wizards of Waverly Place just came out. Zafina. I hated fighting her, and I hated fighting Dragunov. Dragunov, I think he just like gave me the crepes, just his vibe. And Zafina, I did not like how she moved like a snake. Like, sure, it's cool, like good for you, but it's also distracting. Just like Eddie and Christy. Anyways. Yep. Oh, maybe I could crop this side. I wonder if this will work. I went to the museum yesterday and I thought, hey, maybe that's something to chat about. I took a lot of pictures there and I thought maybe I could share them with you. Let me move this behind me. Oh. Let me move this down here, I guess. Here? I don't know. I'll move it. I don't know. Fuck. I'll just put it here. Oh, pronunciation was good. Was it capoeira? Capoeira? Did I say it right? Have you ever played Dead or Alive? I've never played Dead or Alive. Honestly, I've always strayed away from zombie games. They give me creeps. My mom and my brother were like super duper into World at War, Nazi zombies. My mom would like actually ask my brother when's the next time we're gonna play? Can we play again? And I always thought, I don't know, I guess maybe it's just like with their graphics that they did, it was just something about that game in particular that had like turned me off from zombies forever. Like it's because of that. I didn't really care much about zombies until I started playing that, and I was just like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. Yeah, I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art yesterday. It was a very, very hot day in New York City. I went to go meet up with a friend, and we went to go have brunch, and it was really yummy. And then we're like, oh, well, I have some extra time, and we're still chatting because we haven't seen each other in like over a decade, you know? And I was just like, oh, well, if you want, I could go show you the park before you have to go like meet up with like other people. But then their plans ended up being cleared, so we ended up going to the Met to go get some refuge from the really, really hot sun. It was so... It's like the kind of hot where you're like outside for just a little bit and you're like, I need to take a shower. It's the kind of hot that drains your energy. It's the kind of hot where you're like, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna sleep really good tonight. It's the kind of hot where no matter how much you sleep, you wake up the next morning and you're still drained. I'm still tired from it. It kind of feels like, you know, when you spend all day at the amusement park and you come home and just like, man, I'm pooped. Oh, it's not a zombie game. Oh, it's a fighting game. Oh, then I've never seen anything from it before. Fighting game known for its fan service. Ah, for some reason I'm thinking about like bikinis, maybe. Honestly, I feel like my mom was kind of a Westaboo. We didn't do anything like Japan games or like music or anything like that. I had to seek that stuff out on my own. I don't think that game would have been allowed in my house. I think my mom would have said, "Oh, kimochi warui," and then just be like, "We can't have that here." Yeah, the dehydrating weather. Exactly. It was just really, really hot yesterday. And I think it's probably because there was a thunderstorm coming in. It was a really bad thunderstorm too. Wait, I'm gonna move this here. It was bothering me. Oh, very fan service heavy. That explains why I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Why is it called Dead or Alive if it's very fan servicey? It sounds like gory and like you'll be fighting zombies. And what am I thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking of Left 4 Dead, or I'm also thinking of like, I don't know what it's called, but I remember there was like one where you're at the mall. It was like something chop till you drop. Oh, that one was also a zombie game. Yeah. Powerful mother. Yeah, she wasn't into the fan service. Well, anyways, yeah, I was outside yesterday for a long time, and I think I spent like maybe an hour or two at the park, and then we walked all the way up to the Met there because they were like, "Oh, I wanted to go to the art museum and check it out." And I was like, "Hey, you're with the right person to say that, because as a resident of the city, I get to pay as I wish for up to 4 tickets." So that's a travel hack, by the way. If you know somebody who lives in New York and you're visiting and you're just like, "Hey, I want to go see the Mets, but I don't want to pay like $25 to go," just ask them to go with you, even at least to just buy your ticket, and it's pay as you wish. You could pay as little as a penny. I usually try to pay at least like $1. I paid $5 because I appreciate the work that they do. So I went. It was like super duper crowded, and because it's like, Saturday afternoon, a hot day, in the summer, a lot of people, a lot of tourists, and I was just kind of like, well, we're only here to kind of get some reprieve from the hot summer sun. It was kind of a speed run. I usually like try and spend a lot of time taking a look at each picture, really like taking it in, and then reading the plaques. I could spend like a few hours in just one exhibit alone, and the Met is absolutely huge. Wait, maybe I could get like a reference for you guys. How big is the Met? It's the Metropolitan Museum of Art map. Let's go to their website. Okay, so like, I guess these are known as the Gossip Girl stairs. These are the stairs. This is actually where the Met Gala, where they walk up. I think they just put like partitioners here, and then they decorate it, and then they just walk up the stairs. And then you come up here, and then you like get your tickets and stuff around here. And then Gosh, this place is absolutely humongous. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to like show the scale. This is all the first floor. You can go up this way, and then they have like all like the Greco-Roman stuff, from statues to jewelry to like the armor and stuff, which is really cool. Some of the, not furniture, but I guess like pillars and stuff, that kind of things. And there's like a bath and like, you know, just archaeology things. And then you got like Africa, Oceania, ancient Americas. You got like the European sculptures and medieval art and all of that. It's really big. That's what she said. But this place is huge. You got the Egyptian art over here. You have the whole temple too. There's like this temple thing. This is the first floor. There's 5 floors. I didn't know that. I think there's like a dinner. Yeah, you could have a garden bar. More American wing. I don't think I went up here. But I did go to the 2nd floor. You have like all the paintings and stuff. This is where I spent most of my time at. It was really tough to try and go to the American wing. One thing that I really wanted to show my friend, because they're like, what's like a famous painting we could go see? I said, we got to go see the Washington crossing the Delaware, which actually, I didn't take a picture of it this time. I know I already have a photo of it on my phone, but I didn't prepare that today because I kind of forgot about it. We took a commemorative photo in front of that picture, but I don't have that on my phone, so... Alright, I can't show you guys that, but if you ever need to find it, it's right here. Washington crossing the Delaware. And it's really cool because it's like, it's right up here and it's a huge painting. So if you come in like this way and you're like walking through these halls and you come into here, or even, I think we came up this way actually. If you come up to here, you can see it through the walls, which is really cool. But the first time that I saw it, I came up like from the side. So from here you can actually see it through, right? So you know what you're coming across, but coming from this side, it was to my right. So it was a complete surprise. So to see one, like, I didn't know that they had that painting there. I was just like wandering around, and it was by chance that I turned to my right and I see just the magnitude, the scale of this painting. And it's such a famous painting too. I was like, whoa, I was filled with like, I don't know, I was just really moved when I saw it. It was just like something, yeah, this is like so classic. It's such a classic painting. I felt very like starstruck, I think is the word, to see it in person. Oh, Dead Rising. Yes, Dead Rising. Chop till you drop. Shop till you chop. Some kind of pun like that. I had it on Nintendo Wii. Wild cost savings. Yeah, it is. It's a nice perk too. I think that's where our taxes go to. I try to make use of it. The last time I went to the Met, I think it was like an evening on a weeknight, or like maybe an afternoon. I don't know, but it wasn't that crowded. I would have to say, I mean, I don't know. There's definitely, like, it's big enough to where you can have a lot of quiet time and like be away from the crowds, even during like peak times. But if you want to like, see some of the more famous things that they have there, it's not comfortable at all. Let me show you some of the photos that I got. I started my own little like Discord server so I could drop these things. It'll be a little easier for me to go through. Ignore that you can see my silhouette. But I don't know why I took a picture of this one actually. I think maybe it was just that it seems like such a family photo. Like this guy, he just seems like such a dad, I guess. They got the cat here, all the kids. I don't know. I feel like the first pictures you always take at the museum are a little bit weird. But I guess it's telling. What did draw me to this picture for it to be the first photo that I take? Here, let me recrop this a bit. You could see it in its entirety. Maybe like this. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get like really good pictures though, to be honest. Because I was just kind of like, I was overwhelmed by the heat. I was overwhelmed by the crowd. And I was just there to have a good time with my friend to show them around. So I wasn't really focused on taking pictures. I kept thinking like, oh, I'll come back and I'll appreciate this art a little bit more when I can come back when it's not so crowded. This one I also took a picture of. I didn't even get the names for them. Usually I do like to take pictures of the plaques, but I was just, you know, absent-mindedly taking pictures of whatever caught my eye. This one, I think it's like a painting of the Rapture, but I thought that it was really interesting. I don't know when this was though. Here, you know what? Let me use my phone. I took a photo of it because I was like, this is really... It just felt really modern looking. And I found that to be pretty surprising. I need to see the year though. This is El Greco, the Vision of St. John. Painted between 1608 and 1614. Honestly, yeah. This guy, who painted it again? Let me wait for it to load. Very modern looking. I think it's just like one, I think it was like oil painting, which I feel like you don't really see until later. I don't know anything about art history. But when I think oil painting, I think like, you know, more 19th century stuff. But yeah, I just thought that like it was very like contrasting, the thick lines, the movement of the bodies. Certainly doesn't feel like a painting from the 1600s. It just feels so modern. I also got a photo of, oh, this one was cool. This one was cool because it's unfinished. That's why I got a photo of it. This one is unfinished. Here, you could see, oh. Sorry, I gotta navigate it so awkwardly. You can see like the sketches here, kind of. There you go. You see? Unfinished, and I thought that was interesting. Some more sketches, them like kind of figuring out the shape and stuff. I don't know. I kind of like to see them have varying like work in progresses because it's kind of... I feel like you're like so used to seeing just a finished piece of work, and I feel like seeing it be worked on and unfinished gives it a lot more humanity, question mark. I didn't think too deeply of it, but that's the reasoning that I took a picture. Something along those lines. Livius, welcome in. Hello, hello. Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? I also really like the frame too. Very nice. I think there's a plaque here. Okay, no. I didn't read the whole thing. Oh, this one I was really excited to see. This one is... Okay, like I said, I don't know much about art history. Oh, I think my internet's going a little slow. It was slow on my phone too. So if we drop frames, you know why. I suppose I will wait. This is a painting by Caravaggio, who is one of my favorite because he murdered somebody. That's not why he's my favorite, but here we go. I really, because I found his art from this YouTube channel called Great Art Explained, and there's one, gosh, what was it? I think it was The Calling of St. Matthew that I saw on Great Art Explained. Let me show you guys it. St. Matthew. And I was just like really impressed by the lighting. That's like kind of what he excels at. Oh, it's so slow. It's so slow. On Etsy. All right, you guys can kind of see it, right? But I don't know, when I saw it, and I guess maybe it's just like his reaction. Me? I don't know, but I thought this was like a really beautiful painting, and I really enjoyed the video that I watched on it. So after that, I like read more about the painter, and Caravaggio, if I remember correctly, he like murdered a guy, and he kept painting this other biblical story where like somebody's head is chopped off or something, and he painted himself as, I think, the person who was decapitated. And I think like he was gonna get arrested, but he went on the run, and then I think he like presented a painting. Don't quote me on this. If it sounds interesting, look into it for yourself and then like learn the actual story instead of my vague recollection. All I know is that he murdered somebody, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And like he couldn't stop painting like beheadings after that, and I think he like kind of got away with it because his paintings were so good. Either way, I believe that his like lighting, like the style of painting that he does with like all this harsh lighting was really influential later on. But I don't know, I'm just like I really like seeing his work because I think his story is interesting. So I did go to the Detroit Institute of Arts, and that was gonna be like, they have a Caravaggio painting there. And then I was just like, oh, do you guys have this here? And then she was like, what painting? I was like, this one, it's on your website. She's like, oh no, I don't think, I think that's in cleaning. I think that might be in storage. I was like, no, I thought that was my only time to see it, but it turns out the Met has one. So yeah, not my I think this one's my favorite. Where does this seem? It seems to be in a church somewhere in the old world. Maybe one day I'll get to see this one in person. I just really like his reaction. It's very like I don't know. It just feels like there's so much story to be told in the facial expressions. I don't know. I could just get lost in it and look at it for a long time. But this one was cool to see too. Look at her eyebrows. Gorgeous. I wish I could control how much I'm zooming in. Oh, look at those eyebrows. I wish I had that kind of shape on mine. Well, now I'm interested in knowing how paintings like that are clean while not harming it. They have really great YouTube videos on those. And I think there's like one guy whose whole channel is doing that. And it's kind of like Power Wash Simulator. It's very, very relaxing and satisfying to watch. And tedious. Very tedious as well. Let's see. Okay, and then here are some of the Red Dead inspired ones that I saw. There's this one. You know, maybe I'll just keep it on Discord. It's at least a little bit easier to navigate. I usually skip through the American art. I think just because that period of history never really interested in me too much. Like for me, the art that I like to look at, I love looking at like early Christian art, like the Byzantinian crosses that they would make out of the metals. I really like looking at medieval art as well. Oh my gosh. Just like how, like even like the, what do you call it? The little doodles, not the manuscript. What are they called? They're called something script, but I like seeing the little doodles and the margins. Marginalia, I think is what they're called. Yeah. I like looking at that because I feel like, I don't know, it's just like very flat and the proportions are a little off. I think that's the style, but regardless, I find it to be like really charming and for some reason nostalgic to look at. So that's my favorite era, but I have come to appreciate looking at this early American art from the 1800s. There's a lot of it. There's a whole wing for it that I usually just, I mean, I think over here they do have some of the more like portrait oriented art rather than just like landscapes. They have like a lot on the American wing. But yeah, amongst the portraits, and I think more of like the aristocratic, like soft art. There's a lot of like the landscape paintings, and they definitely have like a different style to them. I'm not educated enough to be able to talk in depth about it, but I would say for the very first time, it's really like caught my eye, and I really appreciated that after playing Red Dead 2, and I guess even Red Dead 1. I don't know if I've been to the Met since I played Red Dead 1, that I was able to appreciate these paintings for the first time. Yeah, because I think before I walked past them, and I do appreciate like how, like, just look at this. The landscape is so beautiful, it's so detailed, so realistic, but like I said, I wasn't like entirely interested in that period of history. So I can appreciate like the talent behind it and just like how serene it is to look at, but you know, it wasn't what I came to the museum to see. But this time I wasn't even thinking about looking at them. It just kind of like I walked past and I was like, oh, you know, and I just ended up spending a lot of time there. Here's a better picture, a deep closer look at the detail that was on the floor level of it. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking today. I'm still like really tired. I think we spent, let's see, maybe like 5 hours at the Met. Let me see. I don't think it was that long. Maybe like 4 or 5 hours. Even if it was a speed run. It was a speed run and we still spent multiple hours there. Let me check. I didn't even get to see, they have an exhibit on Raphael. Wait, maybe I could take a look on here. Oh, is this just a map? Just take all of this out. How could I forget? My internet's really slow right now. Okay, well, we'll take a look at that later. But I completely missed the exhibit, the temporary exhibit that they had entirely. I didn't even see it at all, unfortunately. If I paint my crimes, I'm good. Yeah, that's apparently. Guess in Caravaggio's case. To be fair, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. These guys look soft to the touch. Like, even like his hands just seem soft. It's like there's something angelic about these dudes. Look at their pouty lips. I always found Bosch's paintings to be creepy. The details and stuffs remind me of his work. Ooh, let's take a look. Bosch. Painting. Painting. Oh, yes. This one's my favorite one from his. I think Great Art Explained also has a really interesting deep dive on the Garden of Earthly Delights. I've always found his to be incredibly modern too, because this is like, I don't know when it was. It's like really, it's medieval period. It's gotta be like what? 14 to 1600s, I'd say. But like, look, you know, this is such a it feels like such like an absurdist thing for back then. It was even before. I don't know. Can we take a look? Wikipedia. 1516, 1490 and 1510. That's crazy. This guy was certainly on something. It's like an I Spy book came to an I Spy book of the centuries past. Okay, it's not even gonna load. Okay. Why is it bad today? My internet. Baroque and Renaissance art. I do like those too. I really do like those as well. I think I really do like the Baroque art. And just how what I especially like, or at least at first, maybe it's changed since then. I think now I definitely like sort of this kind of medieval like flat art style a little bit more. But I did like the Baroque like portraits, and like, you know, they're kind of like fuzzy and soft, and like, you know, when they do the fabrics, it's really extravagant. I might have an example in here in the background. Sorry, a little bit of a spoiler alert of these pictures, but like something like this back here, you know, I think that because you can see just like how the lighting is hitting the dress and stuff. I like that it's so unapologetically sorry, I'm gonna put myself on do not disturb. I'm using Discord web, so also don't like yell at me for using light mode, okay? It's because I need to lock in when I have Discord open, and I can't get sleepy, okay? I can't get sleepy when I'm on Discord, so I use the light mode. But yeah, I like how like these eras of paintings is kind of like so unabashedly extravagant, you know, just like their outfits and the way that they're painted, and it's like solemn and elegant, and it's also kind of like a big flex. That's what drew me in at first. I was like a very big fan of I guess the obscene wealth. Okay, let's see. Some more. You know, we got this. It's a little statue. I didn't stay to look at it for too long. Simply because I just wanted to keep it moving. I wanted to make sure that my friend could see of as much of it as possible. But yeah. Using Discord web browser is like using Crocs on your hand. I do have the app installed. I only open it up, I guess, like when I'm gonna lock in. I don't know. There's like, I feel like I use web like 40% of the time, and then the app like 60% of the time. If I know that I'm gonna be like, you know, on Discord, maybe in the VC and doing work, then I would do the app. If I'm just there for a quickie, then I'm using web. maybe because I don't want to wait for the loading time. Maybe that's it. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much more information on this one. But I kept thinking like, hey, whoever made this, rest in peace. He would have loved Red Dead Redemption, I'm sure. This one though, this one, I was like, oh my gosh, like this stopped me in my tracks. Dude, this is this is chapter 1. This is chapter 1 right here. We have Javier, we have Micah, we have Dutch. I really appreciated this one. This one is called, I actually got the plaque for this one. Here, I'll let you guys look at it, and then I will read what's on the plaque. Once I pull up the picture. Alright, this one is called A Reconnaissance, 1902, oil on canvas. After 1900, oh, this is by Frederick Remington, by the way. After 1900, Remington produced an evocative series of nocturnes that featured darkness as an essential narrative element. Rendered in a muted palette of blue, green, and brown, a reconnaissance depicts 3 cavalry soldiers and their horses in a moonlit, snow-blanketed landscape. An officer and scout have ventured forth to a hill crest to survey a distant tree line, alert to the possibility of confrontation with an unseen enemy. By turning the figures away from the viewer, Remington created an aura of moody mystery and enhanced the suspense of an uncertain outcome. Ah! I love that context. I didn't realize that this was like part of a series that had to do with the nighttime. I don't know if there was other ones. I didn't, like I said, I like speed ran the museum, and even then I spent a few hours there. But yeah, I saw this one. I was like, yo, I need a picture of this. This is 100% Red Dead. And then I think another thing that I've learned to appreciate for the paintings is the art of choosing the right frame. You know, this is just a solid black frame that just kind of like really pushes you more into the scenery. And then you have this one, this ornate golden frame, which I think like really sort of like, I don't know, blends in. I feel like blends in is the weird word for it, but you know, it really like, one, it makes it feel very like sunny and open, but I think like the texture here kind of like adds on to it, if that makes sense. But at the same time, it is like gold and like decorated, so it has this like, ooh, I'm flexing, look, it's so nice. I don't have the words for it right now, but I'm sure you know what I mean. I can afford this nice frame. That's the family one. Did I just uploaded the same pictures again. Oh wait, here we go. This is another one. I think this one also has a really interesting frame. I like this one because I thought the colors were really nice. It just felt very pleasant to look at. And then you're just like, oh, he also has a really nice side profile. But just seeing him like doing his work too, he seems to be making himself out of clay as well. That's interesting. Portraits of, I can't read it. Somebody. Portrait of somebody. I'm sure you can reverse image search this and it'll come up too if any of these intrigue you. Sorry I didn't really get good pictures of the plaques. Oh, this is also interesting. I wonder if like this is kind of what he's making. See, we have this in the background and then we have this thing right here. I wonder if that's what he's making. And right here. That's pretty fun. But I really like the colors for this. Just something like pleasing to look at, the palette. And then the frame kind of feels like you're looking at him through a window. Kind of adds to that experience. The art of choosing the right frame, for real. Guest, welcome. Hello. Oi, Boo Mystical. Since we are at art, I'm gonna try speed drawing me. Give you a prompt. Ooh. Let's see. How about President Boomi? Is that okay? Is President Boomi? Can you do that one? Because I took a lot. I don't know why this one came out so blurry. But they had a whole section in the American wing dedicated to George Washington. And I don't know. I never would have considered myself as like a George Washington super fan, but it's kind of happened on accident. I've been to his house, I've been to his favorite restaurant, and now I've been in front of his photos. You know, they had a lot of his stuff there. So maybe I am a George Washington super. I even got a picture of George Washington. I met him when I went to his house, and he complimented my purple shirt because he was like, oh, purple, that's my wife Martha's favorite color. I was like, oh, that's my favorite color too. Oh my god, George Washington. Mr. President Boomi. Wait, I know I missed some stuff earlier. Before I forget to mention this, thank you for inadvertently getting me into New York restaurants videos. The history and passion in those places are so entertaining. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're into that. I feel like, yeah, that's one thing that I really love about living here. Like, even the Met itself, it's a museum that's existed since, I don't know, let's see. But I know that, like, when I was looking at the, like, they have the different halls, right? And like seeing the donors that go into it, the Gilded Age, like big money people like the Astors and the Rockefellers. The Astors especially, you see their name on everything. And so like one of the stops, right, is called Astor Place, PL. Astor Place. And the Astor family was like this big wig, like super rich family. Lady Astor, she had a list of 400 people. There's this show called The Gilded Age, just like kind of based on it, but like not really. But like enough, you know. It's like fun fiction. But Lady Astor, she had a list of 400 people who were allowed to like her parties and stuff. And if you're on that list of 400, you know, you're in society. There was this other family that was coming up. Could it have been the Rockefellers? I don't know. It was like a families that were getting rich off of maybe trains. I think it might have been trains, or maybe that was just in the show The Gilded Age. It's been a while since I like was into this stuff. Now, since I was watching videos about it, but this new richer family, new money family at the time was coming in. I'm just gonna say that they were into trains. Let me restart. Astor family, they made a lot of money off of the fur trade, right? And a new money family was coming up. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say it's the Rockefellers. I don't know. But they were coming up and they were getting money off of the trains. Wait, let me look this up because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Either way, the Astors had a list of the 400. Astors versus... Wait, let me just look into this really quick. Astor family versus Astor family beef. Feuds over estate. Oh, the Vanderbilts. It was the Vanderbilts, I believe. Yeah, I think it was the Vanderbilts. They had beef. The Vanderbilts were like new money and stuff. The Astors excluded them from their list of like 400 people to come to like their parties. Every year, I think they had an extravagant costume party, and they didn't invite the Astors. So the Vanderbilts. The Vanderbilts were like, fine, we're gonna throw our own party. And they didn't invite them. It was just a lot of petty things. But if you go back, you can like see like those families, they ate at like a lot of the steakhouses that are still in business today. So it's just really cool to see that there's this sort of common thread, I guess. Like I guess maybe it just makes history feel a little bit more tangible to me, which for a long time it just didn't feel like something that I was able to interact with and touch. The Astors specifically, why I brought them up, they have a train station named after them. They have like a wing of the museum or something for them. Astoria, Queens is named after them because they've donated a lot into the city. It's like, I don't know, not that it feels like a fairy tale in a way, but you know, it just kind of feels like to see like that, the rich patrons of the arts and like seeing the remnants of that today, I find that to be really interesting. Madam President Boomi with a bunch of demons going type shit, ma'am. I used to live there, no big deal. Would the Astors go to Astoria today? Maybe they would. I know Astoria's got good food. I've been to an art museum that had a section of paintings. Each represented a fart. And each display had a button to hear the fart that inspired that painting. Really? The entire thing was played completely straight. That's so interesting. The fact that it's played like so seriously, it's kind of funny. How interesting. How interesting, a fart. I'm curious to see. It sounds like a fun experiment. Like, okay, let's get like 3 people. You're gonna listen to like a fart, and then you're gonna all have to draw something that represents that fart. That sounds like a fun collab, actually. And then you present it. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. This one's another one that reminded me of Red Dead. This one is Paint Box with Nude Study by Helena Decay. Helena Decay is better known for her role as a progressive cultural tastemaker in the late 19th century. New York, or in late 19th century New York than for her paintings. Here, let me pull it up on my phone and you guys can look at it. The reason that I took this photo is because, you know, it's a nude study. It reminded me of Charles Chotney when we were playing Red Dead. I was like, this looks like something he would carry around and maybe paint with. So that's why I took a picture of it. All right, yeah, by Helena Decay. Decay, later Gilder, is better known for her role as a progressive cultural tastemaker in the late 19th century New York than for her paintings. This paint box, a rare survivor of her artistic practice, reveals much about the training for women at that time. The nude study dates the work to around 1871, the year when life classes were first opened to women at the National Academy of Design. Decay also studied privately with Winslow Homer and Jean Lafarge, specializing in floral imagery. Pretty. And it's also really cool. It seemed with like the work in progress one, just to see like these things exist over time. And it's not even just these paintings too. Like going back and looking at like they have the what was it, the ancient Egyptian, like the manuscripts that they wrote, and they have it like plastered on the wall. I don't know how to describe it, and I didn't get a picture of it. But just to see like the handwriting, a few years ago when I went to the Met, they had an exhibit on the Tudors, and there was Queen Elizabeth I, her like New Year's gift registry list or something, and just seeing the handwriting for that one too, like seeing like where someone might have just replenished the ink on the pen, or when the ink was running out, or like smudges and stuff. Just being able to see like those little imperfections is kind of like, wow, cool. Like these people actually existed, you know, and they were working on these things, and they were honing their craft. And in a way, it's also kind of inspiring, because it's like to do something like, I don't know, I wonder how much like importance did Helena put on this painting for herself too, but that it's like, you know, put up in the museum and people are looking at it all this time later, and it makes you think about it. We're talking about it all this time later. She could never imagine this. Me, a VTuber, talking about her nude drawings. Hi T, welcome in. Hello, hello. This one I didn't get a plaque picture of. I just took a picture of it because I was like, oh, this looks really modern. I think it's from the 1800s as well. But I was thinking like it might be from like the 1900s or something, but nope. It feels very like Pinteresty. I feel like this person would have loved Canva. This one felt very Red Dead 1 to me. I wonder why. I didn't get much else on it, but I do like the graffiti on the wall. The what do you call it? The Matador? Am I thinking of the Cars version? But it seems like a hot day, but I don't know. It just feels like it's so full of life. Like I'm walking past and I can hear them playing the music. That's why I took a picture of this one. I love thinking of what people of the past would be doing if they were born today, right? Right? Like, oh, I'm sure you guys would have loved, I mean, I don't know, maybe they are bustling. Is it husking? Husking. Busking. Husking and busking? Busking. Right? When you play music and then you ask for tips. Maybe they did after. Rest in peace, guys. You would have loved the crowds that you would have attracted in Times Square. Maybe not. This one I thought was really fun too. Tornado! A tornado! Tornado! A tornado! Right behind us, there's a tornado! And then you got that guy back there. You better watch out, man. This one. I just thought that his expression was pretty striking too. I don't know. I don't know if fun is the word to describe it, but it's certainly fun to look at. Taking forever to load. Extra wide build. That's for damn sure. This one's another landscape photo. This one's so pretty. I was like, damn, dude, they got ray tracing on, RTX on. And this is another one, a gold ornate frame. The gold really like enhancing the sunshine of the image. I think it's probably better like zoomed in like this. So pretty. It's so pretty. The endless sky. This must have been, I looked at this and I was like, wow, I wish I could paint landscape like this. Like it just feels so satisfying. Maybe because it's so serene to look at. But I don't know. It just seems like a really satisfying art piece to make. Sanford R. Gifford. 1880. Congratulations on doing a picture before pictures existed. Well, I mean, I guess maybe not existed, but certainly wouldn't have made it look that good back then. Wow. The lighting just seems really satisfying to paint on this one. I wish I had that skill. Here's Benjamin Franklin. There was a girl who was sketching him. My friend was like, oh my god, that's the guy who stole the light bulb idea from Tesla. I was like, did he? It's like, no, this is Ben Franklin, dude. And then we have our George Washingtons. They had a whole room dedicated to him and like some stuff that he had in his house. I think like a chair, some dining stuff, like they had a cup with his face on it. They had this portrait. I mean, maybe they might have like moved some of the things from his house. Like I said, I was just kind of like speeding through. I didn't look at everything, but it was in the section. It was in the American section near the furniture and also near some of the living space like recreations they do. They have this really cool section of the Met where wonder I'm not quite sure. Well, they have this really cool section. Look, Washington crossing the Delaware. Maybe we'll look at this later. They have this really cool section of the Met where they have like all of these furniture. I think even like the wood, like the floors, because if you walk into there, it's like a room, right? And I don't know. Yeah, I think they take like the doors, like the actual doors, and maybe like some of their window frames, or maybe it's like a recreation of them. The floors are really creaky. They have all the furniture and they like set it up like how it would have looked back then. So for example, they had a salon, I think from like this fancy Paris hotel from, I don't know, 100 or so years ago. And they had like the nice ornate chairs. They had the playing cards laid out and stuff, and like fake food and like dishes and whatever. Yeah, and they had a whole section of that also for George Washington. It wasn't like as in depth, but they had that as well. I'm thinking also they had like a bed too. There was a couple of ones where they had like the nice bed with the curtains. That's really cool. I was like, why do we stop putting curtains on the bed? I would love to wake up to that. Seems so cozy. I think that's to keep the heat in the winter, actually. Rest in peace, George Washington. You would have loved 6'7". I feel like he would be like, oh, it's popular with the kids, and let me 6'7" too, and he would join in. I wonder if he's that kind of guy. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's the picture of George Washington. He was #1. This is a different, oh yeah, these are two different ones. This was the huge picture of him that they had in there. I don't know why it came out so blurry. But look at his long legs. Okay, George. Long legs, tiny head, purr. You have this one too. This one seems really regal. Another one, the art of choosing the perfect frame. Look at his long legs again. Okay, supermodel. His arms are long. What could his wingspan have been? Oh, this is another Red Dead one. Red Dead-esque. I was like, oh, this is so chapter 1. Very nice, very nice. Here's some more photos. I took a picture of this one. Oh. Because, I don't know, I was just really surprised by like how tight the glutes were. This was in like one section where they have all of these statues, and I didn't take a picture of it this time, but I feel like if we go back I might have another VOD where I talked about it. But they have this statue of, who is it? I don't know. I feel like my friend said Hercules, but I'm not sure if it is Hercules in there, but it's like him and his sons. But like the attention to detail on the muscles, actually so insane. Like, and you can see every muscle, every bone. You could tell that like the person who made it, maybe we could take a look at the website and give it the appreciation it deserves. But the person who made it had studied human anatomy, or maybe specifically the male anatomy, down to a T. Like, how do you make this out of stone? That's witchcraft. This is absolute witchcraft. But yeah, this one was like really nice. I usually take a photo of this one from the front, but I thought like from the back, well, first of all, look at that butt, dude. Look at them tight glutes. But I don't know, I feel like it's just, the framing is just really nice, holding out the head from this way, and like the movement of the cloth, and just I don't know, there's just something regal about it. And even like the placement too, placing it in this hall. I didn't get it like straight on, but it's like kind of dead in the center, framed by this the thingy. It just really pulls everything together nicely. I wonder what it's like to be like a museum curator, where you get to put the thought behind that kind of stuff. Must be fun. I also did a very quick tour of the body art. Is that what it's called? Costume art exhibit? What do they call it? Costume art. Let me take a look at this. The Costume Institute Spring 2026 exhibition explores depictions of the dressed... Let me start over. This is what they do the Met Gala for, by the way. The Met Gala is a fundraising event for the costume exhibit at the Met. So I think how it works is that rich folks and designers, and maybe like the brand itself, donates money to get a seat there, kind of like any fundraising dinner. The seats pay for what they're fundraising for. And in this case, it's the preservation of the fashion and like the art pieces, the art pieces, the stuff that they have on hand. And they are also unveiling the new exhibit that they're doing. And this one is costume art, which is a pretty interesting, like I said, I did a speed run through it, but it certainly gave me some things to think about. I think I left with complicated feelings. I feel like everybody has an opinion on the Met Gala too, which is really fun to read every year, just the discourse around it and like what people are wearing. And then also I think like the necessity of the Met Gala, because it is like this really, I wonder if like prestige is the right word, pedigreed events. Maybe it just kind of has this sort of flavor of like wealth and exclusivity. But yeah, it was my very first time going to the fashion part of the Met. I've always missed it, but this time it was like kind of straight up in the front. I think it's because they moved the gift shop. I think it's where the gift shop used to be, because before I was like, where the hell is this thing? I've never seen it. I've been to the Met like 3 times. They spent like 6 hours there each time, but this time it was like straight up in the front. It was impossible to miss. Let's read about it, and then I'll talk about the things that I saw briefly. The Costume Institute's Spring 2026 exhibition explores depictions of the dressed body across the Met's vast collection, pairing garments with artwork to reveal the inherent relationship between clothing and the body. I did feel a lot of that being explored. I will save my thoughts. Focusing primarily on Western art from prehistory to present, costume art represents connections between garments from the Costume Institute and objects from the museum's other collecting areas. Pairings between fashions and artworks will present a spectrum of connections and experiences, from the formal to the conceptual, the aesthetic to the political, to the individual to the universal, the illustrative to the symbolic, and the playful to the profound. These pairings are organized into a series of thematic body types that reflect their pervasiveness and endurance through time and cultures. Costume art is the inaugural exhibition in the new, nearly 12,000 square foot galleries adjacent to the Great Hall. Oh, so they did move it. It was never here before. It replaced the gift shop. This space will display the Costume Institute's annual spring show and, at times, shows from the museum's other curatorial departments, including those that explore the intersection of fashion and art. Let me take some water. I've always been really curious to learn more about fashion as an art thing. Pretty much from when I went to the Met. I think it was my last year's visit to the Met. I try to go at least once a year. It might have been last year when I went, and they had an exhibit on the Tudors, as I mentioned, and they had the dress that Queen Elizabeth I had worn. And I thought it was really amazing that they had something from such an important person of history, or at least I think somebody that everybody has heard of before. An historical figure, that something like that still existed, and I feel when you see somebody's clothes from the past, it really just makes it feel more weird, real. And maybe it's kind of weird too, because I feel at least for me, when I learn about historical figures, it kind of feels more of a legend or a myth that's passed down, probably how those stories are told. But then you see the things that they wrote down, you see the things that they touched, you see the things that they've worn, and I feel it really closes the gap on who they were and who you are. And it's just oh yeah, they were a person living here on Earth, and they had the human experience. I guess in my case, it's more of the demon experience, but still, I guess the earthly experience. That they have walked these very places too, or they're this is where, I don't know, just there's just a connection there, Are you sure YouTube won't strike you down for showing cheeks? It's the arts and education thing, so it's fine. Anyways, I went to the exhibit. It was super crowded. I feel a lot of people, I don't know, maybe fashion's just really popular right now in general. I do feel maybe it's just me, but I feel people are very fashionable nowadays. Because of just how easy it is to find different fashion types and source clothing online. But this place was crowded as hell. I was just is it because people are genuinely interested in fashion, or is it because it's the Met Gala exhibit? I feel a lot of things are just because they see it online, which is fine. I hope that it opens up their eyes to exploring new things. So I didn't take too many pictures, and I didn't really get the whole narrative together because it was very crowded. But here, let me show this to you. I took a picture of this one. I always do seeing wait, here, let's hide our desk. I always do seeing these old dresses and stuff. I wish I had a better picture too. I was just kind of snapping things and running around, but I was just look how intricate and pretty it is. On one hand, I'm kind of glad that we don't wear things like this anymore, but on the other, I would like to give it a try. You know how when you go abroad, they have oh, you can dress up in old-timey clothes. I want to see more of that around in the Americas, or I guess Western area. I want to wear this kind of old-timey clothes. I mean, it looks heavy. It looks really heavy, but can you imagine the feeling of putting this on and then seeing yourself in the mirror? It must feel like, you know, it must feel like a princess. Totally agree. It's so easy to find clothing now, right? Just like so many different types too. I remember as a kid, I was never really into fashion. I think even nowadays, I'm not like super into fashion, but it's really easy to think of like, oh, this is the kind of clothes that I like, or to find inspiration of things that you like, and to be able to order things or like find things online, or even like, for me, you go to the thrift shop and you can see some really interesting things, especially if you go to like a very artsy neighborhood. You could just find like one or two things that can complement your outfit, because people are like more bold with their fashion. And it's inspiring for me. I'll be like, oh, look at this, like it's a really like bright red Hello Kitty backpack. I wonder like if I can incorporate this into my outfit. I think for me, I have to like rein myself in. I'm like, okay, yeah, looking at that kind of outfits is fun, but am I gonna wear this consistently? Like, is this my style, or do I just like the idea of the style? There's too many. I have to be practical. They also had some of these too. Oh, I thought it was really interesting. I think all of the mannequins had a mirror on their face. I thought that was interesting. I don't know if this is like what the Met always does for the costume exhibit, but I do think that for this prompt in specific, like the relationship between clothing and the body, you know, you can kind of like project yourself onto the body, if that makes sense. I thought that was like a fun touch. I didn't like stand there and try to like put my face onto there, but you know, they also have like these more interesting ones in the back too. You can see I didn't get a chance to linger enough to be able to really see the story between all of these, but they had stuff from like, you know, the historical parts, like these ones, I suppose. These ones like fashion history, and then you also had stuff that was more abstract, like this one. Look at the way that the boobies are flopping up. In this angle, it looks a little bit more normal, but like trust me, it was like, yo. But at the same time, it's like, who's to say that like I said, this gave me a lot to think about, because there was like a lot of odd things, and I had to examine why did it make me uncomfortable, and like not like bad uncomfortable, but just kind of like, you know, like why was my reaction to be something of just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, not that I'm necessarily belittling it, but I guess I'm kind of like trying to examine like why, understand my reaction to it. It's not like it was like disgust, or like I'm looking at it like, oh, this is so weird, and like, you know, looking down on it, but I am thinking like, oh, it's weird and I don't get it, and yeah. As I was saying that, let's see, the relationship between the body, I think that might have to do with why I was uncomfortable, neutral, when I was looking through the exhibit and like seeing some of the more abstract fashion pieces. It's because I think it's like, you know, you're so used to like clothes just being clothes, I guess. Like you kind of, I think to a certain extent you have to conform to like what fashion standards are. Like if you're to see somebody who makes really bold choices in their fashion, right, you're gonna look. I think in New York City less so, but you know, you're gonna look, I think, especially when you're in a place where people don't really make those kinds of choices in what they wear. And even though this is like a costume exhibit, I think because clothes has that, I don't know if purpose is the right word, but clothes, you kind of expect clothes to be one way, and then to see clothes be like bold and weird and abstract, it does kind of like make me feel uncomfortable, but not in a way that's like negative or positive, but just kind of in a way where you just kind of like you want to stare at it and you want to examine it a little bit more. I wish I could have stayed longer and like look, I guess you can't really tell how crowded it is, but like all of this here is people, even like where it's cut off, you know? So I couldn't really just like stay here and really sit with my feelings. I just kept it moving. And even this one too, I guess playing with nudity. Some of these I think I was a little bit more, I think I understood more. I think these ones, and then this one too was near this area. So I think it was like maybe playing with like the silhouettes of the body. Maybe that's where like all of these were kind of in the same area. So maybe that's where these were going. And then this one for me, I found to be more interesting because I think for me, it was like a little bit more palatable because I understood it better. Where you're talking about like, I think you're drawing inspiration. This is a gnarly picture. This is I'm just now noticing it, but you're doing a lot of stuff with the relationship, I guess, with the muscles and then pulling the inspiration from human muscles onto the body. They also, like, I think you can kind of see it here, but further down, they had a lot about like tattoos and like doing tattoos as like art pieces on the clothes. Very, very interesting. Gave me a lot to think about. Oh, and they also, sorry. I didn't take a picture of it, I guess, but they also had one on skeletons too. So they had one for muscles, and then they had one kind of similar to this, but they try to like, you know, pull inspiration from like bones and stuff. But yeah. Slightly unrelated, but it's crazy to see how much more dressier fashion in women's clothing has changed in comparison to men's. Yeah, like suits and stuff. I feel like men's style hasn't changed much in the past century. I totally agree. But then again, I guess if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. I think like, I feel like a modern thing is that you're starting to see like men sort of play around with like more feminine aspects of clothing and formal wear again. Like, I guess like skirts or maybe just like things that kind of like resemble a skirt silhouette. And I think you would see that in the past as well. I don't know. I'm not like a huge fashion history nerd, so but that's why I wanted to go to this exhibit, because I wanted to like challenge my idea of clothes. And I feel like fashion does feel like a very pretentious, like artistic area to get into, because it's so associated with like wealth and elitism. Especially like when you're starting to bring in like brand names and like designers and stuff. But at the same time, it's like one of the longest forms of like self-expression that we have, and you can tell a lot about like the history and it's like technology. It's a convergence of like a lot of different things. It's interesting. I don't know enough to like yap about it, but yeah, this is me dipping my toes into fashion. Trying to understand it a little bit. But I did walk away being like, you know, I'm interested in learning more about, especially like the more abstract artistic ways that people play around with fashion. Because it's always like who's to say? I feel like the body is a great canvas to work with, because it's like, it's the most raw. Oh, dude, look at the fingers. The hands look so real. This one's like regular mannequin hands. This looks like human hands. I didn't even notice the nails. Long red nails. That really ties it all together. I think what I'm trying to say is that I'm hoping that I can learn more to appreciate, even like when they do off-kilter stuff like this. I saw this, I was like, oh, what the heck? Okay, but take a look at it, all right? It's layered and stuff, all right? All right, I'm gonna read the plaque. I'm gonna read the plaque. And then I'll go back and look at chat. I did take a picture of this plaque because I'm like, I didn't have time to stay, but I'm like, I need to know what's going on here, please. So this is by Ime Vanderhoek, Dutch, from Beyond the Body, Shrouds 2012, edition 2026. Not sure what that means, but Ime Vanderhoek's Beyond the Body presents silk chiffon shrouds digitally printed with images of the artist, her mother, and her grandmother. Activated through choreographed performance, these diaphanous layers trace a 3-generation matrilineal lineage within a single kinetic form. So I'm guessing it's 3 layers, right? Of something you can wear. The artist, her mother. Well, I guess maybe the artist is like back here. The artist, you kind of see a foot. The artist, the mother, the grandmother, layered on top of each other. And then you wear it and it's activated through choreographed performance. Her methodology rejects fixed identity, proposing instead a fluid accumulation in which aging unfolds as overlapping chronologies, with women carrying and transforming one another through motion. Conversely, Joan Semmel, who favors intimate first-person vantage points to scrutinize the aging body, asserted the incredible specificity of the corporeal presence in her 2007 work from Femfolio. In this pairing, multiplicity contrasts with the embodied immediacy and singularity. A lot of that went over my head, not gonna lie, but I think I understand what they mean. Like in a way, I don't want to say like you're like wearing their skin, but I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be really unelegant in how I describe this, but you're like wearing the skin to show that like there is the repeated identity with like your maternal lineage, something. I kind of get it. I'm like halfway to getting it. But either way, I think the whole point of art is that it like stops and makes you look. I think what definitely made me look was sort of like the sadness in the artist's grandmother's face. Maybe it could just be the way that it's hung on the mannequin, or maybe it could just be the way that they took the photo. But you know, the whole point of art is to make you stop and look. And then I did look at the plaque, and then I was just kind of like, oh, it is interesting that, yeah, sorry, I don't know if you guys like care if I zoom in or not, but I thought that it was interesting to see that it's kind of like how they want to pay homage to their mom, to their grandma, and I guess like the link that they all share, something like that. It's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know, make me think harder about this stuff. Let me try and see where you're coming from. I think that's what I like about art like this. Even if I find it weird at first glance, like this one, and maybe I don't get it, but I appreciate like being challenged. And I definitely like walked away from this exhibit thinking like I want to go back and I want to like actually be able to spend time to. There's a lot more to look at too, but I just like zipped through, you know. I just wanted to take a peek, but I wanted to go because I knew that I would find it odd and off-putting, because I mean, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like what you expect from fashion art specifically. And I wanted to find out why I felt that way, and I wanted to see if I could challenge myself to find something weird and like really connect with it. I don't know if I did, but I'm willing to give it another try. I mean, I guess maybe this one did stick with me, maybe because it is absurd. Even if I don't 100% quite get the meaning. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like, I don't want to say laugh at it, but you know. I think the absurdity of it is what drew me to it in the first place. Let's see. The one with the 3 statues in the black seem more in line with BDSM fashion, or is it just me? Oh, I feel like this one was definitely, I thought that was interesting too. I mean, I didn't have any expectations for like how this place was gonna look or like what the mannequins would look like. But even like down this hall too, there's a lot of different body shapes that were at play. I think that was like really fun to see because like I said, the body is like a very fun canvas like, for an artist, I think, or especially like a fashion artist. And yeah, there's like a lot of like tying with this one. I think you can even see it here too a little bit. But I guess like playing with like how you can shape the silhouettes. I feel like that's what they were going for here. Because you can see this one had the flippy floppy boobs. Wait, let's look here. Are they going to show us anything on here? Related content inside the exhibition. Can I see inside? The Met Gala? Oh. Oh yeah, they had this one too. This one was interesting. They had... when I saw this one, I was talking to my friend about like why it was uncomfortable. There was like these fabrics that they were all hanging on to. Not all hanging on to, but it was at play. I don't know. I really don't know enough about it. Maybe there's like fun things about the fabrics as well. Maybe some things are like a little bit harder to work with than others. I don't know. Oh, they had this too, the different body types, and like I think this one was like a little bit more fashion. I guess like what you expect from like fashion, like bags and shoes and like the nude color. Maybe that's another thing. You could use like skin tones in fashion. I wonder if they're going to show us anything about the skeletons. For me, the most interesting things were seeing how they drew inspiration from like the human body inside the human body. Actually, that's another thing. This is like outside the human body, you know, like your figure and stuff, and like trying to play with that. And then they like, once you made a turn to the right, I think you had the muscle, and then you went deeper into the exhibit, and then you had them like with the skeletal system pulling inspiration from that. Okay, sorry, my internet's like so slow today, so I guess I can't show you photos of that. I think for me, if it were a real person, it would be rude to stare, but it's an art piece, which you're supposed to stare at. Oh, like the mirrors on the faces. The body's a great canvas to work with. What's the speed run getting put to the FBI watch list? They're gonna think, oh, her favorite artist is Caravaggio. And she says that, oh, we better watch out for her. I'm changing on you guys at 5K. Well, maybe I'm changing, maybe not. You want to peek? Wonder what could it possibly be? I guess during the dance, oh, for this one, I guess during the dance, the layers would fly up. Oh, and it would transition between the ages. That might be, yeah. Maybe it'll be worth taking a look at it in motion. They should have had a video playing along with it. At first, I was like, is this Queen Elizabeth II? That's why it caught my eye. But yeah, that would be really cool to see. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And then you can kind of see... Right, because you'll see all of it in motion, and then it's also like talking about aging, and like, you know, you look like your parents, you look like your grandparents. You get to kind of see the aging body in motion, the relationship, or I guess the connection between the maternal lineage. That's really cool. That's really interesting. It really goes to show that a lot of the times too, you really need like the format to communicate the idea as well. Otherwise, you see this and you're just like, is that Granny in her undie? and then it just kind of looks like something you slip on too. I don't know. It's just weird at first glance. But it's very eye-catching. So I wonder if that's kind of the point. Where's this at? This is at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Highly recommend. Honestly, if you're interested in like art and like even just history. Wait, let me see what else they got here. They have a lot of different exhibits too. Yeah, I'll wrap this up and then I'll just show you some 2 tangent pictures that I had. They have like Asian photos. Oh, here's Washington crossing the Delaware. This is 149 by 255 inches. It's humongous, which is 378.5 by about 648 centimeters. It's really, really big. That's what she said, but it's really cool. I don't know. I could just stare at this painting because it's just like the scale of it. Insane. They do have like some modern art. Oh, they have the Astor Chinese Garden Court. This is the Astor family court with their iconic 400 list. They have some Monets. I didn't even see any of that. I completely missed it. Oh, this is the statue I was talking about. Perseus with the head of Medusa. Oops. Collection highlights. Oh, I did see this one there. The Harvesters. You have like the different rooms you can enter too, like the Damascus one, which I did not see at all. Oops, they have different clothes. I mean, because I went to the Night at the Museum a couple months ago, and it's cool, but I think it's cool if you like, you know, like taxidermy dioramas. I think if you want to see more like historical artifacts, I feel like the Met kind of is the better option. But it could just be the sheer size of it as well. But they do have yeah, I wanted to like just find pictures, you know. They have like all of these statues and stuff. You can see a bunch of art from all over the place. The knights in armor is so much fun. You can see like all the different like weaponry. There's like swords and guns. They have like medieval knight armor, which is like super ornate and like really cool to look at. I don't know if they still have it, but when they had the Tudor exhibit, I did go and see Henry VIII's armor, and that was really cool to see. They got like samurai armor as well. It's from like all different areas. Lots of guns, lots of swords, a lot of like, I don't know, like costume armor is the right word for it, but you know, stuff that's like a little bit more ceremonial or like made for the purpose of being art rather than anything else. The Egyptian art area is really cool. I do like you kind of see here, they have this water thing. I don't quite know what it's called. Yeah, medieval art. Oh, and there's like another part, the Met Cloisters, which is closer to the Bronx. This one's more on like the Upper East Side. So this one's on like the top right section of Central Park. The Met Cloisters is way further away. I've never been there, but it's definitely on my bucket list. But that one is like 100% dedicated to like medieval art and stuff. You got like old dishes, jewelry, stained glass that they have, some woodwork. It's just really cool, and it's so easy to get lost here. If any of this stuff interests you, like I would say dedicate like a day, maybe even like the very least half a day to just spend time getting lost at the Met, because you can really find some really interesting things. I love looking at the books too. Just like, I don't know, to me it's just really amazing to like see these things that people have touched back in the day. Like this is 1100 from 1100. And it just makes it feel so real to see like somebody else's handwriting and stuff. You see? And then I also just really love the drawings. And so pretty. The Met. Like if any, that's like the place that I have to recommend. coming to New York, even if you just come to New York just to go to the Met, if this is vaguely interesting to you, it's 100% worth it. The Smithsonian, not the Smithsonian. I have gone to the Smithsonian ones too. I think the National Gallery of Art, the Smithsonian, is quite nice because they have the only Da Vinci in the Western Hemisphere. I do have a picture of that, but I don't have it prepared for the Discord. But I don't know if it's because I went like closely after COVID, but the museum was completely empty. So I got to spend like a solid 20 minutes just like staring at the Da Vinci. And yeah, it was just really cool because it's like you always hear about, and it's like a double-sided one too. And you always hear like he's just like such a legend at this point, you know, like it's not really something that you, what is it? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Not to say like it doesn't feel like he's real, but just to see like living proof like right in front of your eyes that this person existed and this is like something that they made with their hands. It's a nice cool feeling. Livius, you won 5. You won 5 what? You won 5 from the Jump Cats game. I didn't even know you guys had games in here. I think you guys have like what? And you could jump and there's like the star. But yeah, this place is awesome. I want to see more about the Raphael exhibit. I did not see this at all. I think I walked straight past it. Dive into the artistic process of one of history's most beloved and influential artists, a true titan of the Italian Renaissance. Raffaello di Giovanni Santi, better known as Raphael, matched ambition with lyricism to create works with both intellectual heft and emotional depth, a necessary skill in the complex political landscape of Renaissance courts. In a short life of only 37 years, he achieved such profound success as a painter, designer, and architect that he was regarded as the pinnacle of artistic perfection for centuries after his death. Raphael's Sublime Poetry is the first comprehensive exhibition on Raphael in the United States, bringing together more than 170 of the artist's greatest masterpieces and rarely seen treasures to illuminate the brilliance of Raphael's extraordinary creativity. The son of a painter and poet, Raphael engaged with the foremost writers and thinkers of his age in Rome, displaying a poetic sensibility that captivated his peers and generations that followed. Follow the full breadth of his life and career, from his origins in the Urbino to his rise in Florence, where he began to emerge as a peer of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, to his final prolific decade at the papal court in Rome. To underscore the range of his genius, this presentation brings together important drawings, paintings, and tapestries from the public and private collections across Europe and the United States, many of which have never been shown together. With particular attention to Raphael's portrayal of women, from his use of nude female models for the first time in Western art to his tender depictions of Madonna and the Child, and the recent discoveries made using state-of-the-art technology, this exhibition offers a rare opportunity to experience the genius of an artist who helped shape the course of history. That's really interesting. As I was reading this, it really made me think, like, so you have the curators who bring all of these pieces together. Like, you have to like know people who own these, you have to know people who can restore these. It's kind of like producing it all and then like trying to get them all together, trying to convince them like, oh, we can really like put together a very interesting experience. I never thought about it like that, because these things are spread across like different families, different like holders, different museums. A lot of these things I think are either gifted to museums or are on loan to the museums, but somebody has to bring them all together and curate an experience that will help people learn. But you know, it's also at a museum, so you got to make it beautiful. It seems like a really fun job if you're like really into this kind of stuff. be really nerdy about like Raphael specifically, or like this era. And then just to be able to be like, okay, how can I like make the most amazing experience to be able to tell the life of this guy through his works? That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. I remember getting a tour from a curator of a small experience. They did seem really well connected to be able to talk about every piece. It's so nice when you have somebody who's like really passionate and like they know about what makes the art piece special. So for a long time I didn't really care about paintings, you know. I've always drawn and I've doodled, but like these kinds of things, I don't know, it just never really interested me. But then I think during COVID, the popularity of Bridgerton, it was really easy for me to like get into history. I feel like everybody kind of had a similar thing. I don't know, maybe it's just me thinking that, but like I think a lot of people seem to be interested in like that Bridgerton. I don't know, it's not really like a real era because it's like very modernized. It's kind of like fantasy history, fictional history. But like I got really interested in like how people of the past lived, and then through like being more exposed, I guess, to the aesthetics of that time, and then just kind of wanting to find more of that, and then being interested in like how people back then lived in a more, I guess, realistic context outside of Bridgerton, because I dropped Bridgerton and I picked up Versailles instead. and you know, just I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, to be able to like find somebody who can explain those passions very clearly, because I had like a vague interest in this kind of stuff through like watching a lot of TV and media, right? And then I was just like, I don't know, I guess I was like watching like a lot of historical videos, and then that's when Great Art Explained came up on my recommended page. And I was like, okay, you know, I'll go ahead and take a look at that, because it's kind of like, you know, you hear of like Starry Nights and like the Mona Lisa, right? And maybe it's like it's like such a famous painting that you don't really think much about it, but I kind of wondered to myself like, well, what does make it so popular? Like, or not just popular, but like what makes it so amazing that like this piece of painting or like this specific like piece stood the test of time and became really famous? And I feel like that channel did a really great job at breaking it down and explaining it to me. And like the I think like for the Mona Lisa specifically was the smoothness of how Da Vinci painted it, and it was just like a very tedious process of how he layered the paints over each other, something like that. But I was just like, oh, I see now I kind of get it. Kind of. I was into it for like a good year or two, but I think now, you know, I still really do enjoy going to the art museum. I feel like back then it was sort of like I would watch the videos and then I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the art museum because I want to see like the painting in person. Well, what am I trying to say? I'm talking before I'm thinking. I think now I don't really watch like a lot of like history videos or like art videos anymore, but I think before it would be like watching those videos makes me want to go to the museums. Nowadays it's more like I go to the museum and it makes me want to do deeper research and like watch more videos. That makes sense. Yeah, I grew my frontal lobe. It really is a night and day difference when your frontal lobe grows in. Well, here's a few other things. I had like about a 15-minute wait for my train, so I went down to Midtown Comics. Midtown Comics, the very famous comic book shop. And I saw this. And I was like, oh, Star Wars. Let me take a picture of it. So I did. Oh, this is an exclusive artwork. Oh, enjoy it then, guys. I guess you can only see this at Midtown Comics. Midtown exclusive, art by Mark Brooks. Have you guys seen this before? I didn't know that. I saw this and I was like, what is this from? Is it like from a comic book or something? Because I was going down the stairs and I snapped this picture really, really quick because it was like, it's so narrow. This is the stairway, you know? This is super narrow. It's like one person at a time, but there was a right lane and a left lane for up traffic and down traffic. So I was like, let me take this picture really, really quick. You know, not too bad. Enjoy this, an exclusive photo. Let's take a nice close look at it. We got Darth Vader. We got that guy that was CGI'd into Rogue One. That one pilot, and I got his picture at the costume museum. Got the stormtroopers. Boba Fett. We got the red dudes and Palpatine. And the Millennium Falcon. Where's Leia? Hello? We got Han Solo. We got Chewbacca. We got Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda. I feel like we're missing somebody. Where's Leia? We got this thing that everybody has, like, they make Legos of, right? Maybe this guy's like, I only know how to draw women, or I only know how to draw men, sorry. I get it. And then also, as I was leaving Midtown Comics, I was like, is that Mori Calliope? Is that Takanashi Kiara? Is that Sakura Miko? Just snap a quick pic before I left too. But they had like a long line, not long line, but like a long wall filled with Funko Pops. So, but it's still pretty cool to see like VTuber stuff in the wild, right underneath the Transformers. How cool is that? That's so cool. Underneath Transformers and on top of My Hero Academia, I would go nuts, dude. When I draw it, I can take out Chewie and put in Leia. I should do my own version, huh? I'll do it in Microsoft Paint. I mean, it's pretty sick. I think, yeah, it is a poster. Midtown exclusive. It is really sick though. Midtown Comics. I went because I wanted to find Peacemaker, the Vigilante comics. I only found one, and this was like last year that I bought it. Like right after Peacemaker season 2 ended, I was like, I need more. And then I found out that they made the Vigilante comics. So I went to the Midtown Comics and I found only one, but I did find one. Little did I know how lucky I was, because every time I go back to Midtown Comics, I don't see it there. It's not there at all. And I got really lucky that the first time that I found it happened to be the only time that I found it. I don't know if it's like, if they have it out so often or what. But, yeah. That's all I wanted to talk about. My time at the art museum. Nerd out about art a little bit. I feel like it was a little bit over my head, a lot of the things that I talked about. It's been a while since I watched the Great Art Explained video, so I can't regurgitate the information that they had given me. as I so do, as a pseudo-intellectualist. But at the same time, it was really fun to like kind of think through my feelings, I guess, for art. Because I don't know, it's still a very unfamiliar world for me. the world of art, modern art especially, but I'm really glad that I got the chance and the experience to go, especially the costume exhibit. I left that and I knew that I only had like an incomplete thought formed, but I was just I was thinking like I'm really glad that I like challenged myself to try and understand what was going on here. Every year I do look forward to seeing like all of the Met Gala discourse like about specific outfits, but it was really interesting because the outfits tie into the theme of the exhibit, but I think like being able to see the exhibit itself is also something that's like really interesting and like adds to the conversation in a way, because when I thought costume art, I was thinking more of like not like a Halloween party, but or maybe like, you know, like art pieces, like maybe like a dress drawing inspiration from like Starry Night or something, you know. But I think it's a little bit more than that, the relationship with the body. I feel like that one was just like a very good one to go to as like the first one, because you always wear clothes, and then trying to think about the relationship with like the silhouette of your body or your meat and your organs. There's one dress I didn't take a picture of, but it was like a nude dress, and then it had like kind of like just like the organs. I don't want to say like plushies, but you know, it was kind of like that, like kind of like stuffed things. You could see like the guts and stuff. I thought that was really interesting too. It kind of reminded me of I don't know if you guys had this, but when I was young, I never went there before, but they had the human body exhibit where they would have like the prisoners or like people who donated their body to science and like research, and they would show off their meat. I don't know how else to describe it, but they like show you like the muscles and stuff. That's what the costume art exhibit reminded me of in certain sections, but in a way where it's just kind of like, oh, we're not showing you like real meat, but we're gonna see if we can make meat fashion kind of thing. Not a la Lady Gaga, but you know. It's easy to forget you are wearing clothes. Yeah, because being clothed is it's become the default, even though it's not the natural default. It's just, I don't know, it's just something about clothes where it like is fun to play around with. I think as like a perceiver, it makes me uncomfortable, maybe because I'm uncomfortable with clothes in the first place, trying out new fashions. I'm definitely someone who doesn't like to like stray from the status quo. I don't like to be perceived, and I feel like the way that you dress is like one of the first ways that people perceive you. So that gives I find fashion to be like very like pressuring in a way. Maybe I don't know, I just have a lot to unpack after that exhibit. There's a lot of things that I like, I don't know, want to think about further. But I appreciate you guys hearing me think out loud as always. It was a great lesson to learn more about human indulgence. And I think especially fashion seems like a very indulgent thing. I definitely need to go back so that way I can do a more detailed report and then submit that to the Dream Center later. But I feel like I got a good preliminary idea, and maybe eventually I can go before they take it down. I think the Met website said that it's going to be on exhibition until like January 10 or 11. So if you happen to be in town in New York City and you know you want to plan a trip to the Met, well, the costume exhibit will be there, and maybe you'll be able to form your own opinion on how the clothes makes you feel. I definitely was like, I don't know, it's just something about fashion. I feel like I come at it at such like a much more critical angle sometimes, and I think it could be because there's like a expectation of like a certain level of conformity in like how you dress. So when you see something that's like playing around with the silhouette in a really weird way, and it's easy for your reaction to be like, oh. I'm glad that I like challenged myself and like, you know, tried to see where it's coming from. I think what's really gonna help it though is like being able to see the narrative as a whole. I think that's what I missed out on. because it's so freaking crowded. It's so crowded. Very crowded. Like that exhibit specifically. The other ones were like, yeah, there were people, but it was pretty fine. And then there's rooms you can go into where there's literally nobody there at all. But that one specifically, maybe it's because it's also in the lobby. So many people. So many people. I blame the Met Gala. It's the Met Gala's fault that it exists, and it's also the Met Gala's fault that it is crowded. Crowded. Thanks for streaming and sharing your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Super cool to get your thoughts on stuff that isn't just gaming and common pop culture. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I feel like it was a little half-baked, but I hope that my sentiments were able to come across in a way that's not too confusing. Mississippi Gonzo, hello! Welcome to the end of the stream. I was actually just about to find somebody to raid. TVH. Oh. I just realized today's 6/7. Is this gonna be like a new holiday that people are gonna celebrate? I do see a couple of streams where it's like, oh, it's 6/7 day, it's 6/7 day. Oh, I know who we're gonna raid. Let's go ahead and raid Yuki and Yuna of Duo Leveling. It's been a while since we got to raid them. They are doing a just chatting stream as well. Are we Unk? Taking the Unk quiz. I wonder if they ended up being Unk. I feel like I don't know. I do get like a pretty like mature feeling from Yuki and Yuna, but then again, they are really hip. I wonder if they were Unk. I feel like they might have been. Then again, I never took the quiz. I don't know what's on the quiz. And then thank you guys for being really diligent with all of the microphone pops. I'm gonna go back and I'll review the footage sometime this week. We'll be streaming again. Oh, we might be doing a community night. I think, yeah. Let me confirm that with May. But we wanted to do a Discord watch along tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So look forward to that, please. Sorry it's like such a last minute notice. But if you're free tomorrow night and want to join us to watch a little something something, I'll announce that later. But yeah, come join us. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, that was what my Discord notification was earlier. Nay was letting me know. It's our 5-year friendship anniversary on Discord. I can't send a gift right now because my internet is slow. I'll have to do that later. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send the raid over to Yuki and Yuna of Duo Leveling. If you've been sitting down for as long as I have, make sure you give everybody a nice big stretch. Don't forget to stay hydrated. And last but not least, treat yourself to something nice, such as watching a video about art. Maybe a nice relaxing video about art to go to sleep. Maybe that's what I might do. Nah, I think I'm going to treat myself to a shower and a face mask after all the sun that I got today. Not today, this weekend. I guess today too. I was feeling pretty warm sitting by my window this morning. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. We will do a Discord watch along possibly tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Join our Discord. Discord if you want to stay tuned for that information. And then I will see you guys live again on the weekend. I still have to think. I'm thinking like, oh wait, what do we do now that we don't do Red Dead anymore? I still have to plan out the weekends, but yeah, I'll be seeing you guys this weekend, okay? All right, okie dokie. All right, sounds good. So until next time, take care. Bye. Yeah. Oh, there's another thing to mention. I will plug it next time, but if you happen to be going to Offkai Expo this year, if you come to our booth, Lucid Multimedia will be having exclusive badges. We have a, let me get the official wording for this. We'll be having a collectible pin with Socks VTuber Agency. A pin of both of our mascots. So go ahead and take a look at that. It's a very limited run. So if you stop by to the Lucid booth at Offkai, that will be there. If you want that, I thought I'd plug that because that was announced like just a couple of hours ago. It's very exciting. The design's super cute, but I will talk more about that during this weekend streams. But yeah, you could go ahead and take a look at Welcome to Lucid on Twitter, and you can see the design. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so eerie. Please look forward to it. Anyways, yeah, gonna go ahead and do a leveling right